I've got my summer, no, I've got my Spring GoldieBox. So if you want to see what's inside, then stay tuned. Hi and welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy. Chloe and Ben are in the other room, but if you're new, welcome. Thanks so much for checking us out. And if you're returning, thank you so much for being a part of our YouTube family. So this is my GoldieBox. I think this is spring. We would have chosen the first day of spring. So I believe this is the spring box because we won't choose summer until June, I believe. And I'm always excited to get into it. I have like no makeup on today. It has been a rough couple of weeks with some sciatic nerve pain. I'm not getting good sleep. I went to the doctor today and she told me to alternate between Tylenol and ibuprofen. And I said, I don't think that's gonna work. And then she was like, well, we'll do a CAT scan and then maybe we'll do some physical therapy. And I don't know that doctors don't understand that, like, some of us have like things we have to do after work. Like, we don't just have all the time in the world to go run to physical therapy. And like, I don't have time for physical therapy because they close at a certain time and I am just not free. Like, I have to drive a half hour, 45 minutes just to get my daughter a couple times a week. And I have appointments for my private practice and I work full time. Like, there's just not time for that. Like, I don't think that doctors really get that. Okay, what adorable wrapping paper. I have to reposition myself. I was a little too much on the left hip and that was not going good. All right, but wait till you see this wrapping paper. Look at how cute that is. So I am a gold bear, which means that I get to pick all of the items, 7 items. She has about 12. So I get to pick 7 items, and then there's going to be 3 things in there. A gold bear surprise, a silver bear surprise, and a bronze bear surprise. So depending upon what status you are, depends upon how many you get to choose. She does have add-ons, so gold bears get add-ons for $8. That's anything that's in the curation that she has enough of. So I did add on an extra pillowcase. So this was one of my choices by Foxy Bay. It is a I think it's a satin pillowcase. Yes, satin pillowcase. And it's just like a plain color, but I use silk or satin pillowcases. They're good for your skin, they're good for your hair. I wish they were good for sciatic nerve, but they're not. But that's another story. So this is like a cream kind of golden color. The creamy golden, and it is a zipper. So that is another thing. Like, when you're getting these type of pillowcases, they slip right off if they don't have the zipper. So I'm always looking for the kind with the zipper. And then you get a little something that tells you about all of the products as well as the bonuses. And there is a tree planted for every box sold, and the packing material in the box around fragile items is made from recycled cardboard. Okay, so this is, oh no, I'm sorry, it wasn't an add-on. It's a set of 2 satin pillowcases. So she did include 2, $29.90. So that was one choice, was to get 2 pillowcases. So how cool is that, that she's giving me 2? I hate it when companies just give you 1, because like, what am I doing with 1? I don't sleep on a twin bed. I'm an adult. Like, I need 2 pillowcases that match. Next, by Elsie and Zoe, I picked these earrings. They had these in a black and white set and this blue and light blue set. And I went with the blue because, you know, I love blue. So there they are, so pretty. Those are going to look so pretty on. This is a $20 value, and these are seed beads. And they have little gold accents. Next, by Base Blue. This is their Four Seasons face color. This is the spring, and it's a blush. So last time around, it was a blue color corrector. The time before that, she offered the bronzer, which I already had, so I didn't get that because I already had it. All right, so here's how it looks. This is magnetic, and look at how pretty that is inside. And you get a little peek of it through the window, and this is a $25 value. It's a cherry pink, red, and peach. All right, so that inside is the cherry pink red, and the outside is the peach, so you have like a blend of both colors. This is another one where you got two, and these are the Bella Pierre. There they are. Fruit infused nourishing lip oil set. There is cherry, which has a slightly red tint, and peach, which is a slightly peachy tint. And this is a $40 value. So again, it's just a tint, and it is a roller ball, so I'll put on that, and you'll see it's not gonna, oh my goodness, it smells like peaches. Like on my hand, you could barely see that. I love lip oils, and so does Chloe, so she's definitely going to steal that. Like, I can 100% tell you that's gone. All right, and there is that one. Ooh, that smells really nice too. Yeah, again, really no color, which is fine. It's just nice to have that nourishing lip oil on. And all of the brands are going to be cruelty-free. She only works with cruelty-free brands. Next, we have the candle choice. So this is by Big Moods. It's a $15 value. It's hand-poured, 100% natural soy wax. And there were two different scents. One was Plant One On Me, which is a cactus flower agave. And the other one was Be Happy, a chamomile jasmine scent. So I went with this one. And I figured if the other one was available for an add-on, I would have grabbed it, but it wasn't. It smells really nice though. I really like that. Next is, this was the family-friendly item, but I knew that Chloe would love this. This is a Break Your Own Jode set. So you get a bunch of these little rocks, and then you're going to tap them. There's instructions. You're going to tap them with a little hammer. It's not included. You can just use like a hammer that you have, and then they'll break open and you'll have different jodes inside. So there are 4 in here. No, 5. So there's quite a few in here, and I don't know if they'll all be the same. Some of them are smaller, like this one, but then, you know, we've got bigger ones in here too, like this one. But I just thought that would be fun, and my daughter loves to collect rocks even to this day. So I thought I would snag that. And that is a $15 value, and it says there are you get 5 beautiful Moroccan jodes. And then my last choice item were these little sticky notes. So it's a whole pad, but you can tear them apart. I have a bright ray of sarcasm. Sorry, I'm so hilarious. Sarcasm is how I hug. Sarcasm is another one of my great personality traits, and you know, extra lock. So we'll have fun with those at work. And that is a $15 value by Fun Club. There was also an anxiety set. All right, next we have the bonus items. So the first thing is the bronze one, and this is a soap sponge, and it's Citrus Basil by Studio. That sounds amazing. And it is a $7.80 value. Scents may vary. Again, I got Citrus Basil. And so it's kind of like a spongelle. It's on a little rope. I can kind of get a little bit of the scent, but it smells really, really nice. It says you get 40 plus washes out of this. And again, you've got the little tie there, the little ribbon, so you can hang it in your shower. Next, by Base Blue. This is a dry and wet dual action facial cleansing wipes. So we have, these are the dry cleansing wipes. And I've gotten this before. I never used them. I don't even know where they are. These are the wet ones. It says you can use them as makeup removing wipes. You can remove excess oil and refresh skin. And you got this little psychedelic. That's a $12.60 value. And then last, we have this straw set from Blush. So we have a straw, a bag to put it in, and a cleanser. Now this is a glass straw set. The straw is got like a little pink tint to it. This is a $17.99 value. All right, so there is the straw. And I don't want to drop it because it is glass. So I'm going to carefully put it back in here until we are ready to use it. Again, you do have that storage bag. I don't necessarily know that I would be putting a glass straw in a storage bag, though. I feel like that's just a recipe for disaster. But I do have silicone straws that I would use for that. This straw, we have like a little cup that has all of our straws in it. And so I'll just put it in there. But for the pouch, I would definitely use that for the silicone ones that we have. All right, so that is my Goldie box. Tell me your thoughts. What was your favorite item? Was it one of the bonuses, or was it one of the items I chose? It's a hard choice. I'm kind of torn between the pillowcase, the earrings, and the lip oils, because I loved everything I chose. Like, I definitely 100% loved everything I chose. And there were a couple of other things that I thought about adding on, but I'm like, I don't really need it. And I don't even know if they were available with the $8 add-ons. But they did have a, like, if the other side of the candle, I would definitely would have gotten that. But I didn't want to use two choices on the candles. There was an Earth Harbor Milky Cooling Cleanser, which I do have. I think I still have one though, so I didn't want to grab another one. There was by Good Medicine, a cream, it looks like. Radiance penetrates deep, boosting hydration, delivering nourishing vitamins, saturated in in a base of medicinal, wild, and desert plants. I remember that was kind of small. By Jax Kelly, there was a little jewelry box. You could fit like a ring in there. I didn't really think that that was something I would have a lot of use for. And then by LIB New York, I think that's what that is, there was a shoulder bag that converts to a beach towel. I do actually own that. I usually send it with Chloe to camp, so I didn't need another one. And then last, by Toll Living, was a cheese knife set with a floral motif. You had a soft cheese knife, a hard cheese knife, and a cheese fork. And I have like 3 sets of cheese knives, so I'm like, I don't need another one. But the things that I did choose, I really, really was in love with. And again, the other choices were nice. They just weren't things that I was like drawn to or really needed or wanted. And so I'm trying to kind of be a little bit more conscious about getting products that I'm really just in love with. So that being said, I'm in love with everything in this box. But my favorite, it's a 3-way tie. I don't know, I love that notepad too. I can't pick a favorite. Can you? I don't know. If you got Goldie box, let me know in the comments what some of your choices were, and if you unboxed it, let me know. I know a couple people have their videos up already, like unboxings with Wendy Jean, so you can go check her out. Probably Mary Catherine Loves Cats has hers out too already. Yeah, so go check them out, because I'm sure they made some nice choices. I know I gotta check them out. I always like to get my box though before I check out other people's boxes, so that I don't have like so much FOMO. Plus, I want to be surprised when I like actually see it in person. So I tend to go after. All right, well, thank you so much for spending a little time with me. I do have a code down below that you can use to get you a little money off of your first box, whatever size it is. They start with the surprise bear where you're going to get 3 items, and then, but you don't get to choose them. And then there's the bronze, silver, and gold, and with each of those you get to choose a certain number of items. Again, I have the gold. I know that's 7 items. I'm not sure about bronze and silver, how many that is, but then you're also getting the additional bonus items depending upon, again, if you're a gold bear, you're going to get all 3. If you're a silver bear, you're going to get 2. And if you're a bronze bear, you're going to get 1. And the surprise bear, it's just 3 items, period. But check out that code down below if you want to. I don't get anything from it. It's just a code. Jess offered it. She was like, if any of you guys want a code, it's not an affiliate code, but it is something that, you know, people might want to use. So that's down below if you want to use it. Again, it's all for you. I don't get anything from it, but I do love her box and I love to promote it. All right, well, thank you so much for spending a little time with me. Please consider hitting that like, subscribe, and notification bell, and hopefully I'll see you soon.